Hello, Massimiliano.
Hello, Ansam.
Could you please tell us a bit about the limitation of liability in case of mass?
Definitely, with pleasure. This is certainly one of the most complex and currently debated issues that have arisen as a result of the ever-increasing technological process in the shipping sector. In the realm of the so-called maritime autonomous software ships, operators, stakeholders in general, and institutions perceive the urgent need to provide an adequate answer to the question of whether or not the shipowner's limitation liability can be applied. Given that, on closer inspection, the human factor, despite being significantly reduced, will continue to play a role, and we are called to the challenge of identifying the subject towards whom liability for the operation of a mast shall be channeled and to understand what the applicable discipline may be. In this exercise, we will see that the institution of the limitation of liability of the shipowner will play a central role. First of all, we shall evaluate the opportunity of a possible step beyond the current fault-based liability regime, which does not seem to be suitable for unmanned navigation. An extreme attempt to maintain the application of that regime also for the operation of the mast is to exploit the most its flexibility, deciding to raise the level of standard of care and or reverse the burden of proof, or to apply the principles of vicarious liability. Unfortunately, this solution, for various reasons, are not fully satisfactory. Alternatively, we could consider introducing a strict liability regime in the unmanned navigation sector. If that will be the case, as we know, every time that a strict liability is introduced, the subject on which it will wait must also be identified at the regulatory level. In the case of mass, probably the distinct answer to the question of who is the subject on whom to channel the liability would be the manufacturer. Upon closer consideration, however, this solution would turn out not to be the best, and this for many reasons. Perhaps the most suitable figure on which to channel liability is the shipowner. At this point, we have to verify what categories of subject can benefit from it. Well, according to Article 1 of the LLMC 1996, the term shipowner shall mean the owner, charterer, manager, and operator of seagoing ships. And if any claims are made against any person for whose act, neglect, or default the shipowner or server is responsible, such person shall be entitled to avail himself of the limitation liability. It follows that if the scope of the application of the convention can reasonably be extended to remote operators, the same cannot be said for manufacturers of software designers or similar figures. Not being able to make use of the limitation regime, they would experience an ever greater difficulty in acquiring an insurance policy, given the potentially unlimited liability. This leads to support the hypothesis of the introduction in the unmanned navigation sector of a strict liability regime with channeling of the same toward the shipowner. This is a solution that seems to respect the dynamics of the maritime transport market without the risk of causing its collapse, and allows to keep intact at least the basis of the economic sustainability of the entire system.
Thank you very much for this, Massimiliano. Bye-bye.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.